Alright.
I'm hungry.
I know, me too. We should have gotten some pizza, Eli.
Hey. Remember what I said. If Froggy was here, we'd be celebrating in style. I did say that. I texted it to both of y'all. Did I not?
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason we're hungry right now is because of our poor broke friend that can't get the bank of mom to give him a goddamn 25. God damn it, Froggy.
It's okay. So yeah, welcome to our comic book discussion. Today we're going to be discussing not one, not two, but 3 comic books today, Eli. We're going to be discussing Deady, big in Japan, Witchblade, not the original Witchblade by Image. Well, it is published by Image, but this is a different Witchblade. It's drawn in anime style. And what else are we discussing today, Eli?
We're discussing Judge Dredd Judgment Day for all those zombie lovers out there.
So, Judgment Day. Let's hear it.
Alright, basically like I said, Judge Dredd Judgment Day. And Judge Dredd's punching the shit out of some zombies.
Because we all like to see the zombies getting punched the fuck out of, getting decapitated, and still trying to kill you.
Yeah, but the thing with this zombie little comic book that's going on is that Judge Dredd, he has to deal with a whole convoluted plot by this apparently undead wizard. And I'm not even gonna try to remember his name. He's trying to beat this undead wizard that's trying to make all the corpses from, since as you all know, all the wars that went on that caused the megacities to be established. He's trying to use all the corpses from around the megacities and, well, his zombie lives. He's trying to make more fucking corpses to conquer the world. Why the fuck is he conquering the world? Well, it's his hobby to conquer the fucking world as it's established by the people that's from the future, that sends back a mercenary that knows Judge Dredd to try and stop the zombie sorcerer. Yeah, if this plot's not that convoluted yet, it gets even more convoluted. Apparently, all the megacities are being attacked by the zombie outbreak, and now they have to band together to say, "Fuck you, zombie wizard! Fuck you and your zombies! We're gonna stick where the sun don't shine." Yes. Okay, Dredd, get in there and mop up all the shit we can't do ourselves. Yes, Judge Dredd, he has to deal with another convoluted plot, but it's a convoluted plot that is fun. This comic starts out with Judge Dredd having to teach a bunch of rookies how to deal with small little things. You know, these rookies are just going with Judge Dredd to deal with a power shortage, if I last checked. But they turned out it's a zombie outbreak, and yeah, rookies have to deal with this shit alongside Dredd. And basically it's an average cop going with special forces, and the special forces saying, "Hey, you're gonna tag along with us for the next 2 hours. Don't expect to live very long." and that's basically yeah, you can laugh. I'm not gonna blame you. Yeah,
as we laughing because that's basically every FPS game ever. It's like, hey, we gonna send you into this hellish war zone. Don't expect to live, but good luck, buddy.
But the magic of writing, they take
bullshit coincidences.
There's no bullshit coincidence in this. It's just like zombies don't pay fucking attention after they munch on one kid. So yeah, after they get back to the megacities, people start getting panicky, and then you get a nice picture of one of the female judges just knocking the shit out of this doomsdayer, saying, "Shut the fuck up! Stop inciting panic! You're going to jail." And the dude was like, "You can't stop Armageddon! You just agree with that chick just punching the shit out of this dude? Like, you're causing problems! Shut up! What, you really want to die by a zombie munching your face? I'd throw you to them if that'll keep you quiet." So yeah, Judge Dredd, they basically have to hold off the zombies as best they can. And alongside this time-traveling merc, they get to the zombie sorcerer and give him what's for by saying, "Hey, fuck your magical recreational pillar. I'm gonna kill you. Stick your head on this pillar and say, fuck off for the rest of eternity. You could stay there." And the thing is, the dude is alive still. It's just his head has to stay on that magical pillar for the rest of eternity. And it does a nice time skip to illustrate, like, hey, he's still on that pillar. He's still on that pillar, and people are just, and scientists are just scanning him like, yeah, he's still tethered to it. Let's go back to base. So yeah, yeah, that was the nice summary of what happened in in Judge Dredd Judgment Day, and I give it a great big old front seat. I'm not gonna give it a midnight release because it's a zombie apocalypse. How many stories, how many movies have done this exact same thing to the point where nothing you can do is gonna be original? You're gonna have the big action moments. You're gonna have the people holding off to the last moment as best they can, and I'll give it a full front row seat because zombies fucking learn how to take down a mega city wall, and you saw how high those walls are. You're from the comic books, from the movies, not counting Sylvester Stallone movie, not counting that. I'm sorry, Sylvester Stallone. I know you didn't want to take off the helmet because you still know the comic book source, but still.
Then again, you gotta put up with people that actually like the movie. You gotta remember that. Some people actually like the movie.
But fanboys like me that know the original comic book still say fuck that movie. Some of y'all is a guilty pleasure because it's a fucking comic book movie, but no, like big no. Like I'll take Dredd 3D that came out in 2012. That is now a cult classic by some means. And I agree with it being a cult classic because that's the truest form of Judge Dredd we've seen in cinema. I really wish, though, that they had an opportunity to get more receipts and didn't have to rely on the DVD sales because of the Sylvester Stallone movie. And even then, even with the addition of the online comic book they tried to put out, they still have not made back their full budget. So far they only made back about 8 out of 10% percentage of what they put in the full movie. I don't know yet, but that's the last thing I saw from 3 months ago. So yeah, that's my wrap up of Judge Dredd Judgment Day. Hugh, what's your comic book about?
Okay, so as I said, I'm doing Deady, Big in Japan, and Witchblade, and seeing as how I pretty much I'm already getting sort of a semi-check from looking at this cover, we're gonna do the Witchblade comic first.
Dude, it's tentacle porn.
Pretty much, in a nutshell.
It's tentacle porn.
If you could see, I'm gonna put the image up like right here.
Of the
As
cover.
you can see of the cover, the issue I'm holding. As you can see, it's pretty much tentacle porn. But yeah, this Witchblade, it's pretty much
click
like,
here for extended issue. You know you want to. You know you want to see it.
It's like, how do I get clothes off?
How do I see more nipple?
But yeah,
extended panty shot as well.
Extension, literally.
Oh god, it's like talking to Jay all over again about freaking.
We don't call him by that name. We call him by that guy. We call him by that guy.
Can we call him Tube Sock?
Okay, whatever you want.
Does it tube hang low? Does it wobble? Does it fro? Can you tie it in a knot? Can you tie it in a bow?
Okay, we're not torturing him right now.
I know, but still, like I told you, that day, like you left early and it was too early. You should have came back with me, man. you and Xavier should have stuck around and just heard that whole conversation with all of us. Well, Froggy got into it too.
Next time you have that session, let me know. Please let me know.
I'll record it too.
But anyway, if you're familiar with the Witchblade comic book, hold on. Oh yeah, sorry about that. If you're familiar with the Witchblade comic book made out by Image, you already know the story about Sarah and her whole incident with the Witchblade hand and how it basically changed her life. This is basically like the same thing, but a more Japanese retelling of it. Instead of Sarah, you have a high school student named Takeru, who basically is has this image of a pure girl. And as you know, the Witchblade glove represents everything opposite of purity. It represents lust. It represents, basically everything having to do with anything revolving around impurity. So, yeah, Takeru, she's like the pure, innocent girl. Like, if you, like, from the first, like, maybe 10, 20 pages, you can tell, like, she's really innocent. Because, like, she even gets picked on by her best friend for being a virgin. So you know she's really innocent. And in the first part of the book, she starts having like these weird dreams of her being impaled by like this behemoth-like thing, and then she gets told by not in that way,
Yeah,
oh my God.
You said impaled, and you're talking about
I know I
virgin,
said
man.
impaled, but damn,
You're talking about virgins.
You're twisting my words right here.
I am not. I'm just saying what you said, and I'm using my mind to it.
Okay, we'll put your mind on a bike leash right now.
Not possible. You know it's not possible. X, you're thinking the same thing, aren't you?
All right. So yeah, okay. I'm gonna use a more vulgar terminology. She gets stabbed. How about that? Okay. We're gonna go with that, stab.
Still doesn't stop it from being turned on.
Okay, fine. So yeah, she gets stabbed by like this behemoth-like thing, and then she gets told by her grandmother how she's going to have to go through like this trial, which tests her own morality. And as she goes about her like regular day, she starts having like these weird flashes of like this grotesque looking glove. She's basically having flashes of the Witchblade, and it keeps flashing in her head. And then when she goes home later in her house, she finds her grandmother being choked to death by like this demon, or like this minion from hell. And then she almost dies. She managed to get saved by her guy friend who accompanied her back to her house after she had a bad dream. And then along the way, she finds herself being torn apart by this. I see those things. Yeah, don't worry, I'm gonna bring that up. Yeah. She gets torn apart by the behemoth, and then for some reason his arm sort of like wraps around her in a sort of. Okay, I'm just gonna come straight out with it. It's exactly what you're thinking, people. This is Japan, so you really should have some idea where this is going.
It's tentacle porn.
It's basically tentacle porn. So yeah, the demon gets his hand lopped off, and it attaches itself to her arm, and it basically warps her personality from being pure to impure. Like she becomes like more, if I say, she becomes horny. She actually does state it. She actually states she is horny. So yeah, she does it.
That song "Oh Me So Horny" is playing in my head right now.
Hey, if you want, we can blast 2 Live Crew right now.
I'm good.
You already know 2 Live Crew is one of my favorite, my jam. You already know.
I'm good.
But yeah,
hungry as hell though.
I know. We might get some pizza after this.
I don't got cash.
Don't worry, I'll spawn.
Okay. Just gotta get Froggy to get over here.
Don't worry. One day. So yeah, anyway, overall, I'd say my rating of this comic, I give it maybe really like either maybe a bargain bin, because as I said, it's not the same Witchblade that most people are familiar with, like the one that came out with years ago. But it's more of like an anime-ish retelling of it. And at some parts it may seem cliche, and it really is as you read more on of it. And like if you ever like watched the anime of Witchblade, you would think, oh man, this is like an origin story. No, it's a completely different thing. And they even say that the whole creators, they say that it's a different reimagining of the Witchblade scenario. The concept is the same, but it's entirely different. So you might get a kick out of it, you might not. Like the story, it's not much to write home about, but the first issue itself, it's pretty good. Like especially if you want to see a fresh start to the Witchblade franchise. Because seeing as how, the original Witchblade has gone to a lot of places, gone to a lot of crossovers, especially with a lot of image heroes like The Darkness and Tomb Raider. It has gone a lot of places. And Witchblade, this one, it basically starts over. So yeah, I give this a bargain bin. And for my next one, which is it also is actually Japanese themed. Yeah, I'm going on Japan mode right now.
Yay.
And this is Deady in Japan.
Just
Deady.
don't start throwing shurikens at me.
Don't worry.
I'm too hungry to dodge.
Don't worry. I'm not Trey Parker. I won't throw shurikens at you for interrupting my guitar singing. Don't worry, man.
That wasn't
if
necessary
you got that,
either.
If you got that reference, you are awesome. Yeah. So Deady, big in Japan. If you don't know Deady, let me give it a quick summary. It's basically a demon from hell who somehow makes it out of the depths of hell and makes his way to England, where he possesses a little boy's teddy bear.
Sounds like Chucky all over again.
Definitely. And he possesses the little boy's teddy bear, and he lives with the little boy, constantly torturing him with his his many raging and violent antics. And then after basically ruining and making hell for the little boy and all of his friends and family, Deady decides, let me take a break. I'm gonna take a vacation. And sure enough, he goes to Japan, probably the last place a demon possessed bear would think of going.
I think I know why he went. To raid those candy vending machines.
Definitely. That is definitely item 1 on his agenda. That is definitely priority 1 on his agenda. And so Deady...
Wait, I guessed right? Holy shit.
Yes, you actually got it right.
God
yes.
damn, I didn't even read that
You
combo.
got it right. This is a first for you, Eli. You got it right.
I got a good guess right on a comic book I never read. I feel happy. I'm going home. I'm going to drink some champagne.
But yeah, as Deady goes to Japan, he pretty much gets to turn the town upside down. He gets into a lot of antics. And as Eli said, yes, he raids the vending machines. He even raids the actual panties still on a girl's buttocks.
Sounds like Ted all over again. Sounds like Ted all over again.
It sounds like Ted all over again. He's still giving stuff to the sources, man. Always. And then, he pretty much as I said, he turns the town upside down. And then later on, he gets into a relationship with this cosplayer girl. He gets into a sort of a temporary relationship with her, and she shows him around the city, where from that point on, it's just stereotypical quips, constant pokings at attacks on Pearl Harbor, and
ouch.
And also, if you were butthurt about the attacks, the atomic bombings on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, it has a lot of those references, and it does not, sugarcoat them at all. It is not sugarcoat them at all. It really goes there, and it really makes fun of it. One thing I left out of this has a lot of dark humor in here, and if you're really sensitive to that sort of thing, I would not recommend reading this at all. But story-wise, it's not really consistent, but it's still enjoyable. It's a really nice read. It's funny. It's really, you actually get to see Deady, do his thing, wreaking havoc in the country where the sun rises. And, it's
the land of the sun, good sir.
The land of the sun. Thank you for the correction. But, yeah, it's a good comic. Don't recommend it if you're really sensitive to dark humor, or if you just don't like dark humor. But it's really good. Has a lot of pop culture references to Japanese culture, especially has a lot of anime and manga references. So if you're giddy for that type of thing, you will get a kick out of it. And might I remind you, if you are familiar with the Pikachu joke, this is where it originates from. So that's another plus to this thing. So for its rating, I give this a good, maybe a good solid front row seat. I would give it a midnight release if it held more of a consistent stories throughout it. But that, and if you're not, if you don't get the premise behind dark humor, if you're not really keen on the whole thing, you won't have a good time with it. But if you are, all power to you. But, as far as my rating, I give it a front row seat. It's just that. It's an enjoyable thing that you pick up when you say, I got nothing else to read, so I'll take this up and read it. Got nothing else to read. Just waiting for that next Spider-Verse to come out. So I might as well read this to pass the time. And that's my rating. You don't got anything to say, Eli?
No, I'm still stuck on me being hungry. God damn it!
Oh yeah,
my mind is on food.
I know. So don't worry, we gonna get some pizza after this. We gonna get that good old pretzel cheese sauce pizza that you love and crave.
You know that's a hour walk from here, right?
I know. But yeah, that was our comic book discussion, guys. So actually, if you have any other comics that you would like us to discuss, feel free to leave it in the comments, or send us a message on Facebook.
Leave us any comments.
Leave us any comments, because
but not hurtful ones or one that we suck, please. We don't want those before we get the nice ones.
Oh yeah, please, anything you want to relate to us that you want us to check out, please let us know, because we really want to be a channel that connects with you guys, and we constantly want to listen to your feedback, and any ideas that you have and you want us to maybe think about it, definitely shoot us that. So before Eli dies of hunger, say goodbye to the people, guys.
Later.
Take it easy, guys.
And we will hug you later. See you later.